Right now, somewhere in the wild, a lion is walking past a sleeping human just a few feet away. It could kill in seconds. It doesn't, and the reason why has almost nothing to do with luck. Every year, thousands of people sleep in open tents, hammocks, and even bare ground in regions filled with lions, tigers, bears, and wolves. Statistically, almost none of them are attacked while sleeping. So why do the most dangerous predators on Earth leave sleeping humans alone?
Wildlife researchers spent decades tracking predator behavior using hidden cameras and GPS collars, hoping to answer this exact question. What they found wasn't a simple answer about fear or respect. It was something built directly into how a predator's brain decides what counts as prey. And the full reason is more surprising than you'd think.
Here's the twist. To a predator's brain, a sleeping human and a running human are barely even the same category of thing. And by the end of this video, you'll understand exactly why stillness might be the most powerful protection nature ever gave us. Let's start with the basics. Predator vision across almost every major species, lions, wolves, tigers, bears, is highly tuned to detect motion. Their brains are essentially wired with a built-in motion detector that flags anything moving quickly as potential prey.
A completely still human body doesn't trigger that same signal. To a predator's motion-detecting brain, a silent, unmoving shape can register as just another object in the landscape. A rock, a log, background scenery, rather than a living, huntable animal.
This isn't just theory. In parts of Africa, researchers have documented lions walking directly through open camps at night, stepping around sleeping people without a single attack, even when there was no fence, no barrier, nothing physically stopping them at all. Some traditional communities in lion territory have lived this way for generations, sleeping in open-air settings with minimal barriers. Long-term records show attacks overwhelmingly happen when someone is awake, moving, or caught outside at dusk, almost never during quiet, motionless sleep.
In parts of India, forest rangers have tracked tigers moving through villages at night, passing within meters of sleeping families. The same tigers, when encountering a person walking alone at dusk, show dramatically more predatory interest, and caution on the human's part is far more warranted.
This contrast is the key. The exact same tiger, the exact same night, reacts in two completely different ways depending on one single factor: whether the human's body is moving or still. Movement changes everything in a predator's risk calculation.
Scent plays a role too. Human scent is often unfamiliar and strange to wild predators compared to their usual prey. That unfamiliarity alone can trigger caution rather than confidence, especially towards something large, silent, and impossible to easily identify.
This connects to a broader survival instinct found across almost all predator species called neophobia, a built-in fear of the unfamiliar. An animal that has never successfully hunted something before is often hardwired to hesitate rather than risk injury on an unknown target.
Bear attack statistics support this strongly. Out of thousands of recorded human-bear encounters in North America, predatory attacks on sleeping campers inside tents are extremely rare. Most serious incidents happen when a bear is startled awake, protecting cubs, or defending food.
Most bears are opportunistic, not predatory hunters by default. A silent, motionless tent simply doesn't offer the clear signals a bear's brain associates with an easy meal. So more often than not, it simply moves on to something else entirely.
Hyenas, often unfairly feared, are actually built as scavengers first. Their instincts strongly favor targets that are already dead, injured, or clearly vulnerable. A silently breathing, intact, sleeping human doesn't match that profile nearly as well as they need it to.
Here's an interesting idea researchers call the ambiguous stimulus problem. A silent, unmoving human doesn't clearly fit into a predator's mental categories of either prey or threat. That confusion alone is often enough to make an animal pause rather than commit to an attack.
Every attack is a gamble for a predator, too. A wrong move against an unfamiliar target could mean a serious injury, and in the wild, even a minor wound can become life-threatening. Predators constantly weigh potential reward against real physical risk before acting.
Sharks show a similar pattern with their famous test bite behavior. Instead of immediately attacking unfamiliar objects, they often investigate cautiously first. This same instinct, caution before commitment toward anything unclear or unfamiliar, appears again and again across very different predator species.
Historical wildlife records show the same pattern with wolves. Genuine predatory attacks on sleeping humans are exceptionally rare throughout history, especially compared to encounters involving injured, running, or isolated individuals who were awake and moving at the time. In almost every documented predatory attack across species, the same pattern repeats. The person was moving, often running, sometimes alone at dawn or dusk, the exact conditions that most strongly trigger a predator's natural chase instinct.
Our upright standing posture and daytime activity patterns also don't match the typical body shape or behavior of natural prey animals. Even fully awake and visible, humans often register to predators as unfamiliar and higher risk, rather than as an easy target.
There are countless real accounts of campers waking up to find fresh predator tracks circling their tent from the night before. Clear evidence a large animal had been right there, investigated, and simply chosen to leave without ever attacking.
Of course, this isn't an absolute guarantee. Starving animals, individuals habituated to human food, mothers protecting young, or certain unpredictable species can and occasionally do break this pattern. Nature has patterns, not unbreakable rules.
That's why real safety precautions still matter, storing food away from sleeping areas, keeping a small fire going, sleeping in groups, and avoiding leaving camp alone at dawn or dusk. These habits work with natural predator instincts, not against them.
Zoom out far enough and a clear picture forms. Predators aren't mindless killing machines reacting to anything nearby. They're constant, careful decision makers, running risk calculations shaped by millions of years of evolution every single time they consider an attack.
So that lion from the very beginning of this video walking silently past a sleeping camper, it wasn't showing mercy, and it wasn't just lucky timing. It was simply following an ancient calculation that stillness usually isn't worth the risk.
It's a strange kind of comfort once you understand it. The wild isn't randomly dangerous. It runs on patterns, instincts, and risk calculations far more predictable than most people assume, even among its most feared predators.
So here's the final answer. Stillness breaks the predator's hunting signal. Unfamiliar scent adds hesitation, and the risk of injury from an unknown target simply isn't worth it most of the time. Sleep isn't weakness in the wild. It might just be nature's best disguise.
But here's a stranger question. If land predators calculate risk before attacking, what happens underwater, where prey can't run, hide, or even see danger coming most of the time?
Can sharks sense fear in the water the same way land predators sense stillness? Click the next video to find out exactly how deep-sea predators really decide who becomes prey and who gets left alone.